Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's time for another Mystery Tackle Box Elite versus Monsterbass Southern Region comparison. Today we're going to be going over September's box and bag. And I apologize up front. I've been under the weather for the last 2 weeks. So I've got a little small backlog of videos I'm gonna have to get out. And apologize for that up front. Feeling better now, so hopefully get back on track. And this is will be the 11th month I've done this comparison. It honestly doesn't feel like it's been that long, but it's coming up on a year. Actually, this month, October, will be the conclusion of this year-long comparison between these two. Looking forward to that, wrapping it up and giving my final thoughts on both services. And with that being said, I believe that both companies did another very good job this month. And with that being said, let's roll that intro and dive right into this month's comparison. Okay guys, we're just going to go ahead and dig right into the comparison this month. We'll start off with Mystery Tackle Box Elite. And I'll have to say, both companies were just a tad off with their prices. And I was surprised this month. Actually, Monsterbass undervalued their baits, and for the first time since I've been doing this comparison, Mystery Tackle Box Elite was a little overpriced, and not by much, and I'll get to that when I come to the particular baits that were a little off on their price cards. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with this month's Mystery Tackle Box Elite. Starting off from Mystery Tackle Box Elite is the Duo Realis Vibration Nitro Lipless crankbait. And this is a good looking little crankbait. Bone colored. Retails for $13.99, and that is indeed the price that I found this. Again, just for my particular use. This is a bait I wouldn't have bought on my own. Me personally, I'm not spending $13 on a lipless crankbait. But that's just me. I know there's several people out there that money might be no object, but it's a good looking bait nonetheless. Next on the list is the Weston Spot On Topwater. And this is probably one of my favorite baits from Mystery Tackle Box this month. And this is an excellent looking little walking the dog style bait. I'm really digging this color, and it has got some sticky sharp hooks. The Weston branding on the back. Nice yellow on the underbelly. So that's a great one, and it retails for $12.99, and that was indeed what you could purchase this one for. Then next on the list is the Jinko Fishing Booty Shaker swim baits, and I've been wanting to try some of these larger hand poured type swim baits, And this is going to be a perfect opportunity for me to give these a try. They retail for $11.99, and that is indeed what I found these online for. It's a very soft plastisol, so it's going to obviously have great action. It being this soft, I'll be a little concerned about the durability, but time will tell. We'll have to try them out. And then next, we have from Catch Outdoors, the Zero Gravity Jig. And apparently, I thought this was a new bait, and apparently they've been out for a while. And this is for people like myself that fish from the bank, shallow water. This is, I can't believe that it hasn't, someone hasn't come out with this before, but it's actually, instead of a lead head, it's basically just a little plastic jig head. And the literature on it says it's got a slow fall rate, 1 foot for every 3 seconds. So obviously what that means for those of us that are fishing from the bank and shallow water, this should be an excellent bait. So I haven't got to try this one out yet, but I am definitely gonna give this one a shot. If you fish any type of shallow water, this should be an excellent bait around thick cover. Definitely want to try that one out. And they were saying it retails for $5.99, and I actually found it on Tackle Warehouse for $4.49, so 50 cents cheaper online. That was the first bait that was a little off. Then next we have the Crypto Lures Bulldozer. This is a good looking little soft plastic bait, green pumpkin color. Probably be good on a shaky head, drop shot. But they were saying this one retails for $5.49 a pack. And I actually found these on Shop Carl's for $2.75. So that was $2.74 off on these. Then next we have the Hoax Fish Chiseler. And very interested in this one. It's just your basic stick bait design. What makes it different is it's ribbed. Texas rigged this, and my preferred method, and what I'm probably going to fish, the way I'm going to fish this first, is wacky rigged. I'm going to say this will be a killer bait. Wacky rigged, and obviously it's got a little hook slot if you wish to Texas rig it. But that's a good looking little bait, and it retails for $5.29, and that is indeed what I found that for. Then next, from Savage Gear, we have the Goby Tube, and it retails for $4.99. And actually at Tackle Warehouse, it was 49 cents more, or 50. It was $5.49. But that's a interesting little tube bait. And then last but not least, a 3-pack of Harmony drop shot hooks. Retails for $2.10. So that brings the total that they listed was $62.83. But the couple of discrepancies, one in our favor, two in theirs. The Catch Outdoor Zero Gravity Jig, I found it for 50 cents cheaper at Tackle Warehouse. And then the Crypto Lures Bulldozer Soft Plastic I found for $2.74 cheaper at Shop Carl's. So they were showing a value this month of $62.83. But the actual prices that I found online that I could get all of this for was $60.09, which is roughly $2.74 lower than their claimed price. And in the comparison, like I always do, I'm going to use the price that we can actually buy the baits ourselves for. So for this month's comparison and the return on investment, I'm going to use the lower number, the number that we could buy the baits for, which would be $60.09. So that brings my return on investment this month for this box, $27.61. Again, that's me getting the year subscription last year at Thanksgiving, 20% off. I paid $32.48 a box. Again, so that puts my return on investment at $27.61. And I will always include, for those of you that pay full retail, and I know I've had several people mention that, hey, full retail is $45 a box. That is correct if you're buying month to month. If you buy a yearly subscription, which is what I've done with Monsterbass and Mystery Tackle Box Elite, it drops the full retail price to $40 a box. So that's at full retail. For those of you that didn't get a discount, just the discount you got was a yearly subscription, is $40 a box. So even at that, your return on investment is $20.09. So that's going to wrap it up, guys, for Mystery Tackle Box Elite for this month. Now we're going to move on to Monsterbass. And like I said at the beginning, I was pleasantly surprised. I believe this is the first time ever that Monsterbass has undervalued their baits. It was just have it safe to say that I was pleasantly surprised. So let's just dig into the baits. First, we have the Optimum Boom Boom swim bait. And again, this is one of those that I'm very anxious to try out. And again, I will link the individual unboxings of each of these up above so that you can feel free to get a more in-depth look at these baits. But the neat thing about this bait, it has a line through the nose, comes out the belly here. So you have your treble hook hooked, and the neat thing about this is, from my understanding, the way this is supposed to work is when you catch a fish, instead of it thrashing around and demolishing your bait, the line is going through your bait here. Your bait will slide up the line, and then you will have your fish, and it will make your baits last a lot longer. Really looking forward to trying this one out. And they were spot on with the price on it. retails for $9, and that's actually what I found it for. And then next, we have the Rick Clun series, Hail Mary. And this is an interesting bait. Obviously by the name, Hail Mary, this is one that you can launch this bad boy way out there. And ideally, this one is made if you're fishing in deeper water, fishing along deep ledges. You can get those extra long cast out, let it sink down to the proper depth, and burn it along ledges. And it has a very deep rattle. Really liking this color. Again, the shallow water where I fish, not sure how much I will get to use it, but I have a few fairly deep watershed lakes that I can go to and try this one out. But this is one of the ones that they were off on their price. They listed this as a $6 bait, and I found it on Tackle Warehouse. These were going for $9 instead of $6, so that's plus $3 for us this month. So next we have the Basshick Pulsinator Double Willow Spinnerbait, chartreuse blue color, 1/2 ounce. Good looking spinnerbait. I will probably include this one in one of my next giveaways, just for the simple fact, really a 3/8 is about as heavy as I generally go with my spinnerbaits. But again, that's a excellent color. I'm sure it's a fish catcher. Then next we have the Mad Max Popper, a Monsterbass branded bait. I'm usually not a big fan of house brands, but I'll have to say several of these Monsterbass branded baits I've been very pleased with. And this one's a 1/3 of an ounce and green sexy color. And as if you've watched any of my videos, you know I'm a big fan of the feathered treble hook, rear treble hooks. It's got a nice paint job on it, and for the type of fishing I do, this is excellent because it's on the smaller side. So these small ponds that I fish, I'm going to say this is going to be a excellent bait. And it retails for $9. And obviously, it being a Monsterbass branded product, you obviously have to go with their price. But in all honesty, I'll have to say, I do believe that seems like a fair price for that bait. Then next, we have the Xzone Lures Deception Worm. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with Xzone lures? If you are, you're going to know what I'm going to say next. And if not, this is probably their #1. I know it's my favorite color that they make. It is the 309 color, but it is a, I don't know how well the camera is going to pick this up, but it's a green pumpkin back and a pearlescent blue belly. This is an absolute killer color. So I was excited to see that they included one of their top colors in this worm, and I will definitely get some use out of these. Drop shot, shaky head. And they retail for $5, and they were spot on with that. Then next, we have a Topwater Frog, Fat Bastard, Hollow Body Frog, pearl white with pink and white legs. And This is a decent frog. I like that the tail is short. Usually the tails on these frogs are fairly long, and I just do the old trick of flipping it upside down and cutting it right at the nose, and that seems to be the perfect length. Not much to say. It's seems like a pretty good frog, fairly supple. The only thing I've noticed, and I mentioned this in the individual unbagging this month of this one, is the hooks are absolutely the dullest hooks I have ever felt. And again, I'm sure that this one was just a dud, because I've got other frogs from this brand and they've been decent, but just something that kind of a little bit discouraged me this month is the hooks in these. This one's gonna be unusable unless I sharpen those hooks. And it retailed for $6, and that's indeed what I found it for. And then next we have the Z-Baits, the Twig. And this is an interesting little bait. It's in baby gill color. It's basically just a extremely small stick bait. It retails for $5, and I actually found it online for $5.99. So 99 cents more than what Monsterbass was suggesting. Then last but not least is a pack of 4-pack 3/0 extra wide gap red mustad hooks. Those retails for $2.50. So that brings us to the totals. Monsterbass claimed $50.50 in this month's bag, and actually if you purchase all these baits, it would add up to $54.49. So basically about $4 more than what they claim, and I was pleasantly surprised with that. And just like with Mystery Tackle Box Elite, when I do the comparison, I use the prices that we can actually buy the baits for. So that brings the return on investment this month for Monsterbass to $19.49. There was a total of $54.49 worth of baits in the box. I paid $35 and $19.49. So that was basically, it was a tie this month. $19.49 for Monsterbass, and for Mystery Tackle Box Elite, for me, if you've got the 20% off discount like I did last year, and I'm probably going to do the same thing this year, it's still a lot better value and return on investment for Mystery Tackle Box Elite this month at $27.61, but still at full retail, $40 a box. Your return on investment still $20.09, which is roughly 60 cents better than Monsterbass. So that brings us to year to date. Like I said, I've got one more month to go, and the yearly comparison between these two will be over with. But as of right now, this is the September boxing bag. The year-to-date return on investment for Monsterbass is $186.31. For Mystery Tackle Box Elite, the return on investment year-to-date is $308 $18.53. So one more month is not going to change these numbers, and this is what I suspected all along, and I believe it's going to continue next month and even after I quit these comparisons. If you're looking to get a box, and if all you're concerned with is your return on investment, how much more money you're receiving in baits than what you pay, Mystery Tackle Box Elite, hands down, is the winner. And I believe they're able to do this, number one, by using some of their Guggen Squad baits. That, and they're just a larger company. The larger you are, the more the larger quantities you get to buy, and the more discount you get. Strictly based on return on investment, Mystery Tackle Box Elite is the winner, hands down. Does that mean they're the better box or bag? Not necessarily. I've got several, especially here in the last several months, I've got several Monsterbass bags that have been excellent. And return on investment wise, they might not been as well as Mystery Tackle Box Elite, but the actual baits that were in the bag that I could use, unique items, to me, made it better a few months. And so there is no right or wrong, and I believe that they were both excellent bag and box this month. I don't think you could go wrong with either one. I was just wanting to do this yearly comparison and kind of compare oranges to oranges, be open and honest about how much I paid for these boxes, how much you could pay for these boxes, and what your return would be. So if you've been watching these videos now, like I said, this is the 11th one. You can make your own informed decision which one of these services would be right for you. Are you more concerned with return on investment? Then maybe Mystery Tackle Box Elite might be the one for you. Are you more concerned with the specific baits you receive, unique baits? Then maybe Monsterbass might be the direction you want to go. Like I said, in my opinion, I don't think you could go wrong with either one. And I'm going to wrap this one up now because I've been rambling on, it seems like forever. But like always, I'd like to tell everyone, especially if you've watched these videos to the end, I really appreciate everyone watching this type of content. And if you like this type of content, please, by all means, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, leave some comments down below. Because like I said, the last giveaway I gave, I plan on doing a lot more of those in the future. And the more subscribers, views, likes, and everything I get, the more giveaways I'm going to be able to do. And again, I really appreciate everyone watching these videos, and looking forward to next month wrapping up this series. The year-long comparison will be over, and I'll give my final thoughts on what I think about the two companies and which one you should possibly try. And just again, I'd like to tell everyone thanks. And until next time, guys, get outside and take a kid fishing and keep those lines tight.